Good morning, Stampin' friends. Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Jody Breckville, Stampin' Queen. I'm live in my studio and I'm ready to do some stamping with you guys. Are you ready for Christmas? Christmas is coming hard and fast. I think it's like 12 weeks. I think we have until Christmas, which is crazy because October's already here. The year is just rolling. Let's get comments up. Hello, friends. Come on in, say hello. Let me know that you're here so that I can make sure that everything's working properly. But what we're going to do today is my Christmas card class. So I have a Christmas card series. It started on Monday, and so it's going to be a 3-month series. So that's what we're going to work with today, is getting ready for some Christmas and trying to get into the spirit. It has been insanely humid and wet here. Anybody joining us from the South, we are thinking about you guys. I know I have some demonstrator friends and some stamping friends that are in the Carolinas and down south. And what crazy weather! What crazy weather! We're getting little bits of remnants here, I think, which is why the humidity went sky high over the weekend, and we've had rain probably since maybe last Friday, just kind of rain, wet, gray. And so I think that's maybe what that is. And so anyway, it's all good. It's all good. It's a little bit cooler now, but still very, very wet here. Where was that this summer? Where was the rain all summer when we were begging for the rain? But you get what you get. You don't have a fit, right? Or maybe you do have a fit, but you still get what you get. So hopefully you all had a wonderful weekend. I was able to meet with some demonstrators from up and down the East Coast. We held a very large demonstrator gathering on Friday and Saturday. And so that was super fun to get together with some friends I haven't seen for a year and just connect and create. And so that was a lot of fun. And now I am quickly getting my stamp room back under control. I held my big Christmas series class, which we're going to do today. That was on Monday. I am prepping about 300 projects for Sweet Grace Ministries. Their big Walk to Remember fundraiser is next Saturday on the 12th. And so I'm trying to have a station so some of the families can make cards. So I'm prepping that, and I'm getting ready to head on vacation on Sunday. So lots going on. So good morning, Joan and Lana. Welcome. Sharon is here, Mary Ellen is here, and I see some other friends who haven't commented just yet. I know you're watching. So that's a lot going on here. So what do you guys have going on? Do you have some stamping fun in your future this week? I hope so, because Saturday is a big crafters holiday, World Card Making Day. Saturday, are you doing anything for World Card Making Day? Is anyone participating in Stampin' Up's event? So Stampin' Up is having a free event. Who does that? It's totally virtual. I believe, I don't know the times. I'm not 100% sure of the times because they're Mountain, I'm Eastern. Some of you guys are West Coast. So I don't 100% know the time, but it's about an hour. 10 a.m. Eastern, Joan. I was kind of thinking for me it was going to be afternoon, so that might track. So good morning, Terry, and hi, Anne. Thanks for joining. Marcia's here with us. We were just discussing the time for World Card Making Day on Saturday. I can't remember what the time is because I'm not doing anything for World Card Making Day with customers or stampers. I'm actually prepping those cards for Sweet Grace Ministries. So that's what I'll be doing to celebrate World Card Making Day. And I'm definitely going to hop on the Stampin' Up event. I know it's only an hour, but we are, Sharon's going to make cards. Awesome. And it's just, I have always vacationed over World Card Making Day. So I never have really been able to have any type of event because being farmers, usually October is when we can take a breath from harvest. And, okay, Joan says 2 p.m. Mountain Time. So I think it's 2 to 3 p.m. Mountain Time. It's just an hour, and they're going to be focusing on the mix and match and the ephemera, so you can craft along with them or you can tune in and watch. So I'm just going to be tuning in. But yeah, we always vacation in October because that's whenever things kind of have a break, a little bit of a breather on our farm. And so we are actually heading out to New Mexico. So anyone from New Mexico on with me today? That's where we're going to be heading with my dad and his wife. And we are checking an item off my bucket list and going to the Hot Air Balloon Festival. So I am super, super excited. But right now I'm in like focus mode because we come back Friday evening and Saturday afternoon is the Sweet Grace Ministries fundraiser. And I need to have those 300 cards prepped and ready. So I'm like, okay, laser focus. Let's get everything done so that we can go away and have some good time. Thank you so much, Joan. 2 p.m. Mountain Time is World Card Making Day, and it is not too late to register. So if you did not register for it, it is totally free. But all you need to do is hop over to my online store or stampinup.com and go ahead and register. That just makes sure that you get the link that you need where the event is held. That's the only reason they're asking you to register, so that you do get that link. So go ahead and do it. Do it, you guys. It's free. Even if you can't join, I think there's a replay. So even if you can't join on Saturday, it's cool. You can watch it again. So we need to get rolling here because I have 5 projects I want to share with you guys, and I got to head out to an eye doctor appointment right after. So let's switchy switch and get stamping, shall we? Okay, so just real quick before we get rolling too far along, I want to make sure that you're aware that the 12 weeks of Christmas is going on. We are entering week 4. So every Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern, you are going to get a free tutorial from these lovely ladies. So we team up every year and we create 12 weeks of projects just to inspire you. Totally free, nothing you need to do except hop into my link, which is in the description of this video below. If you are already in my mailing list, you are going to get the 12 weeks of Christmas automatically. You don't have to do a thing. But I know some of us are still new. And so if you would like to have a free tutorial every single week for 12 weeks, you want to make sure that you are on my nice list. And that is in the description of this video. So you can click that, go ahead and register, and every Friday you are going to get that free tutorial. I had a couple questions on the email. You need to click the actual picture and the tutorial will get bigger. Okay, so it is linked in there. There's just a little thumbnail. Click that thumbnail and you'll have a big full-size tutorial, which is much easier to view. So Connie kicked us off for the first 3 weeks, and now we have Mary Ellen with decorative trees. And then I'm going to do reindeer days, and I forget what Betsy's doing. It'll be a surprise because I cannot remember. Okay, so any questions about 12 weeks, let me know. Hey, Betty, Vicky, Jan, thank you guys so much for joining me. Let's go ahead and get started with my Christmas card series. This is number 1 in the series, and we are using Christmas labels. This is page 40 of our holiday catalog. I had many of the folks who came to class in person were like, where did you get those dies? They're kind of just tucked right in here a little bit, and they are super, super cute. So let's go ahead and get crack-a-lackin'. Okay, sorry, I moved everything in my studio, and now it's farther away from me. It used to be up close, but I have my girls here in person, and so everything is a little bit farther away. All right, so this is our first project. So let me find my pieces and parts. And I know exactly what I did not do. I didn't cut my paper. So we might have a paper cutting class today. Okay, so here is our first project. Now, if you purchased this class, It is a 10 card class. Okay, so it has everything that you need to make 10 projects. I'm going to go just a little bit higher. And I did use the Sentimental Christmas. So that's the DSP that we're using. And everything will be tucked into your envelopes. Okay, so make sure you look down in there for your little die cuts. They're all die cut out. Betty, when you can order a class or series number 2, that will be coming out next week. Okay, so you'll get an email and then I'll be promoting it too. You'll see it on social media as well. But you can go ahead and order class number 2. That is going to be Snowy Scenes is the one that we're using for that one. So we've got a little bit of basic white here, and let's find some ribbon. I am so behind, you guys, and I'm going to I got to apologize big time of how far behind I am. I don't normally work this far behind, but that big demonstrator event, and I have a retreat coming up in a couple weeks. So, sometimes there's just not enough hours in a day. You guys know what it's like, right? So we're going to take our DSP and we are going to add that to our little piece of shaded spruce here. And then we have some Poppy Parade that's embossed with the Forever Plaid embossing folder. So we're going to attach that to our basic white card base. Now, this will not be done ahead of time for you, so you will be able to use whatever embossing folder you choose. If you have Forever Plaid, you can use that one, or you can use any embossing folder in your arsenal. That's always the fun of being able to choose what you have at home and use that already. But you're going to get you're going to get some of the ribbon, you're going to get the gems, and half a pack of the designer series paper. So we're going to take this little bit. I have ends here, so we're using these ends for sure. Take a little bit of the shaded spruce. I hate to throw away ribbon, like I'm too thrifty, right? I don't want to throw that away. All right, and we're going to tie a little bow, and I'll do that here in a minute. So let's get our stamping done first. I have some shaded spruce, and I don't have the correct stamp, so let me grab that. All right, we're going to do Celebrate the Holidays in All the Ways. And the cool thing is this stamp is made to fit right in those die cut. Isn't that cool? It fits right in there. So now this set of dies, could you use that with others, other stamps? Absolutely. But this is probably the one that is the most specific, because it fits in that one, and that one. So we're going to add some dimensionals. Some Pop-Tarts on here. And I think the 2 ink colors that I used are Pretty Peacock and Shaded Spruce. So I'm going to add that right here. And then we'll add that to our card base. Now, I did not wrap, well, let me back up and say, we're just going to do a little bow here and glue dot that right on there. So you don't need to worry about wrapping ribbon because you have a certain number of ribbon. I gave a yard of ribbon. And so you want to make sure that you are a little conservative when it comes to using your ribbon. So just do a little bow and we'll put that on with a glue dot. Okay, so I'm going to grab the good old bow maker here and tie us a little bow. I'm using the ends of my ribbon, but I gave you about a yard. So you'll have ribbon to use on your cards. All right, so now I did get those sent out. So my plan was to send them out Monday, and when I got to the post office, it was closed. So they actually, your packets, if you did to-go kits, they actually are on their way. They were sent yesterday in yesterday's mail. So They should be arriving hopefully in the next couple of days, but you have your tutorial, which will get emailed out today, as well as a link that to the video, so you can watch the video as well, and then you can follow along. So I don't usually intend these as a craft along with me type event, so you can always watch the tutorial or read the tutorial and watch the videos. Okay, so there we go. Let's find some gems. Did I get the gems out even? I did. All right. And also I have, there is the stamp set that I used, and here are those dies. So super cute. And they're pretty good size, which is nice. Okay, so these are the Druzy gems. You get gold and silver, so your choice of which ones you want to use. I'm going to go with silver on this one, I believe. And just kind of put them wherever you feel you need a little pop of color. Okay, so there is card number 1. Oh, good, on Monday. That's not too bad. I know things are probably going to really change here with shipping, I have a feeling. So I've been kind of watching what's going on. And so, yeah, shipping and mailing may be changing quite a bit here for us. So there we are. Okay, card number 2. Okay, this is the one that I did not cut paper for. So let me grab my paper. And we're going to hope this is the pack that you're going to get half a pack of that Sentimental. We'll definitely need this one, Sentimental Journey. But I might not have. I've been playing hard with it, so we'll see if I have enough paper. We're going to hope so. Okay, there, it looks like we're good here. Got some paper. All right, so while I'm at it, so sorry, friends. I thought I did this ahead of time, and I did not. And all of the dimensions will be in your tutorial, which is cool. This one, I'm not sure what that size is. So let me grab my measurer. Always fun when you have a paper cutting class, right? So 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, maybe. Yeah. Okay, there we are. I'm definitely going to need it later because there's lots of pieces I didn't cut paper for. All right, there's our envelope. We'll stick that off to the side. So we've got a basic beige card base for this one. I love this basic beige. Oh my word, I love it so much. So we've got basic beige as our card base. Then we have a piece of shaded spruce, and we've got that stripe here on this side. So we're just going to add those two together. Now on the tutorial, you will see that I have a piece of ribbon. I'm leaving it off. Okay, so here it is, because all you see is that tiny bit, and I feel like that is wasteful. I don't want that ribbon. Like, what was the point? And I make these, and then I look back and I'm like, okay, I would have done that a little differently. And so I'm leaving that ribbon off of there. So don't put your ribbon on, because otherwise you're just wasting pretty ribbon and no one's going to see it. So we're going to take some more shaded spruce, and we're going to do Hope Your Season is Filled with Magic on a circle, one of the stylish shape circles. And we'll add that with some dimension. So a couple little Pop-Tarts. Now, I don't have any insides, so you can choose what suits you best. to put insides on your cards. And we're going to take this piece of designer series paper, and we need to cut out some stockings. So there is no die cut, or maybe there is. There may be a die for this, but I don't have it. So I just went ahead and did it with my scissors. Sometimes I feel like I can do it faster if I just cut it myself. So let's do a little bit of fussy cutting here. Get ourselves a Christmas sock. But I'm sure you all have tons of inside sentiments that you can use. I didn't buy the stamp set or the bundle, obviously. So I'm just using the designer series paper and pairing it with that different stamp set, the Christmas labels. And I have so much Christmas on the brain, but I have no idea what I'm doing for my own cards. I'm getting my class ideas, but my own personal cards, I'm just not sure what I want to use. I think I want to use Shepherd's Care. So I was able to get that stamp set from my team leader. So many of you all took part in her fundraiser, and it was amazing. She had a wonderful, wonderful in-person gathering. She had a lot of support from online. So I'm kind of thinking that might be my the one I want to use for my own personal Christmas cards. Good morning, Colleen. All right, let's find, oh, my dimensionals are right in front of me. If they were a snake, I'm all covered in green already. Funny how that happens so fast. Okay, so again, like I said, you're gonna leave the ribbon off, because I'm just gonna make this a little, spread it out just a little bit more, and you're not gonna even see where that ribbon should go. Okay, so let's add our little stocking with some dimensionals here, a little bit of adhesive, and we're just going to have that kind of hang over the edge of our circle. There we go. Now we can take some of our gems and add those. I'm still feeling silver with this, so I'm going to go ahead and do silver on here. Okay, there we are. Easy peasy card number 2. So there you go. Card number 3, favorite. Lots of compliments on card number 3 with the colors. Everybody really in person really loved the colors. So let me do a little bit of trimming here on my trees. So I'm going to have them be 1-inch strips. So I'm thinking they might be like 1 by 3, perhaps. I know that they are 1 inch. The 3 part is kind of debatable. So I did write it down though. So you'll know for sure when you have to cut your paper. Okay, so let's fold that in half. You could do a strip of paper, absolutely. It might look pretty. I don't know where it went. Here. It might look nice to have. So ideally, and you'll see, ideally we had cherry cobbler ribbon and it sold out. So I wasn't able to get it, because ideally I think that pop of cherry cobbler would be pretty right across there, just to kind of give a little bit of red in there, but we couldn't get it. So we're going to do a little bit of a sub to that cherry cobbler ribbon. So those of you who got the class, you will not have cherry cobbler ribbon, because it's still sold out. I didn't look today, but the last I looked, I think like the beginning of October, it's to be here. So it was popular. Everybody loved it. So we're going to add a layer of basic beige. And then we have 2 pieces of Pretty Peacock. So we're going to take the bigger piece, and that's the one we are going to put our ribbon strips on. And you want to make sure that you have them added first. I want to make sure that my trees were in a row, but now I don't know. I don't know what I did. So which one goes where? So is that here? No. Yeah. No. It's okay. It does not, it honestly does not matter where, if your trees are in a row or not. Really does not matter. Just cut yourself 1-inch pieces of DSP. So now what I'm going to do is kind of lay them out, spread them apart a little bit, and attach them to that piece of Pretty Peacock. Now that smaller piece of Pretty Peacock would need to be embossed, and I did not have mine here. Mine, I was going to do it ahead, and that's another thing that I forgot to do. So mine is not going to be embossed at this time. Okay, so there's your 3 strips. So this would be embossed with the Forever Plaid embossing folder. So that would go right on here. Okay, so I'm not going to do mine. I'm going to do that a little bit later. The next thing that we'll do is you've got Pretty Peacock ribbon instead of the cherry cobbler. So you just need a little bit of the peacock ribbon, and you're just going to wrap that right where that seam is, tuck it behind, and attach it to your card base. Okay, so we're going to pretend it'll look like this. Make sense? Okay, so I'm going to leave that off so that I can do that embossing later. What we need to have, boogers. I don't have this piece, do I? Is it in my... I knew I had to steal it because somebody had problems with theirs. So let me steal from somebody else. Hold on. Sometimes during class, if we have an I have to steal pieces and parts. So let's see if I can steal. Yeah, I'm going to steal this from somebody else. It's all right. I will fix it. I do want to let you know that I do have 3 extra classes. So if you're interested in this class, I have 3 extras. Just message me and let me know. It comes with the half a pack of paper. It comes with all 10 cards, the ribbon, the gems, envelopes, the tutorial, all of that. So I do have 3 extra card kits. So if you missed out, you are able to quickly add. I will be going to the post office on Friday, so I can send it in the mail to you super, super quick. Okay, so what I did then is I cut 2 of these pieces out. So one in cherry cobbler, one in basic beige, and then you're just going to trim out the middle. So this one's already trimmed, but I'm just going to make that a little bit better. So all you want is the middle so that you can then overlay those 2 pieces together. So we're going to stamp that with Pretty Peacock. There we go. It's beautiful. All right, we'll add these 2 pieces together. And then you can attach it to your card base with dimensionals. Okay, so we're pretending a little bit on this one so I can fix it up once I go back. There's what it'll look like finished. And we can take our gems and put a little pop of gold right on there. Okay, so card number 3. Okay, card number 4. This one is a little bit of a fun fold. So it is already cut and scored for you. So you're just going to fold this forward. Okay, so there's just a little bit of an edge that's going to be cut off on that one. So it's going to look like this. Now you'll have to add your inside, okay? The card kit is $40 plus shipping, Sharon, and has everything else that you need in there. So we're going to take a bit of basic beige and add our DSP to the front of that. There we go. Attach this down. Now, when you're doing your cutting, you're going to have some little pieces left over. And that's what I use for that inside strip. Okay, so we're going to put a piece of white here and then just take one of your strips that you have left over and just run that down along the edge. Okay, we'll stamp Believe on here where, let me find it. Okay, now one thing that I will tell you is I did cut a different die. So I cut this one, but this is a different one. You'll have this one in your kit. If you have your own Christmas labels, you can go ahead and cut that one if you would rather, but this is the one that I cut, and I wasn't going to go back and cut 200 more of them. So this one works. It absolutely works perfectly. So we've got Believe on there. And when we attach this, we do want to be careful that we only put dimensionals on the one edge. Okay, because then otherwise we're going to glue our card shut, and that would not be good. So there's our Believe. It's going to hang over the edge just a little tiny bit. And then we'll add another ribbon bow to this one. Put that on with a good old snot dot. And there you'll have it. Okay, so here's what your finished one will look like. And then you can put your gems. I have some gems on this side and one right there. Stamp your sentiment and you're good to go on that one. Okay, card number 4. Card number 5. Again, this is one that you will not have that cherry cobbler ribbon. I'm so sorry. Everybody loved it too much. All right, we need to cut a little bit of paper here on this one. This is another fun fold. Oh, come here, paper trimmer. Oh my word. Okay, it's not like it's that heavy, lady. Right, so you need a cut piece with your deer, and then you'll have some other ones. And so you'll just cut a strip of there for the inside. I will do all this a little bit later. Well, heck, I must have stolen another piece for somebody else. Hold on. All right, what did I do with the packet? Here we go. Uh-ohs happen, so it's always good to steal from your extra packets, right? Okay, so yet another fun fold. I already have it cut and scored for you. And for this one, you're going to take your designer series paper and you're going to have the pretty peacock, okay? You don't have the cherry cobbler. Now, some of you may have the cherry cobbler at home. And you can totally use that. It is gorgeous. I mean, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous ribbon. So I'm going to take a bit of the Pretty Peacock and just wrap that around the front of that designer series paper. And just tack it around the back side. Okay, we'll put a little adhesive there on the end so they don't come popping off on us. And we'll add this to the top flap. Okay, now you'll add a piece of white. Now the white is not included. You can use that from your stash and then just add some of the designer series paper. And I did use the gold gems on this one, if you can see them there. They're kind of a little bit sparkly. Now we'll take our piece of our white label, a little Pretty Peacock ink. And that's another one that just fits right in there. That's probably my favorite one, I think. I really love that one. Now, when you're putting on your dimensionals, you're only going to do just the top. So I'm going to do a couple dimensionals right here across the top. And I might put one right here. But I don't want them on the bottom because I don't want it to, I'm going to have it have a little bit of an overlay. Okay, like that. So it'll open. Oh no, Colleen, you weren't fast enough. I know, that's such a bummer when that happens. Now, what we're going to do on this one does have a bow. This is a much, much thicker ribbon, and so you will not have enough to do bows. I'm telling you, you want to do a knot, a little naughty knot, so that it does not get too thick and cause problems going through the post office. Okay, because sometimes there are those knots can get, or those bows can get just a little bit too thick, and then you're going to have to pay extra shipping, or worse, your person on the other end has to pay shipping to get, or extra postage. So I just did a little knot on that one. Okay, so there is card number 4. All right, so let's check these out again. Thank you guys so much for dealing with me and not having my paper cut. That's like a rookie mistake. Okay, so here's all our cards that we made. All right, super cute, using Christmas labels and Sentimental Christmas Designer Series paper. I feel like this paper literally was pulled out of my closet when I was a kid, because I'm like, this is wrapping paper. This looks exactly like vintage late 70s wrapping paper, I feel like. So I do have 3 extra card classes. So if you're joining me and you really love this class, you can get them. Just message me, first come, first served. You get everything that you need except for, obviously the ink and the stamps. But I have the cardstock all prepped and ready. I have the ribbon, I have the gems, and the half a pack of designer series paper. And then of course you'll get the tutorial. Okay. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Stay tuned for card class series, Christmas card class series number 2. It's coming probably next week, and it will feature, do I have it here? Do I have my catalog? Snowy scenes. It's the one with the adorable little snowman and the little penguins. So that's the one that we're going to do next month, and registration will open soon. So you can join me in person. I have 2 sessions in person, and you can also get the class to go and then join me right here online, virtually, whenever I do that class. 28th, I believe, of October is when that class will be held in person. And then the 30th will be online. All right. Thank you guys so much. I do want to really shout out real quick, if you're still on with me, Sweet Grace Ministries. The walk is next Saturday, the 12th. I'm super, super close to my goal. So if you guys are interested in donating to Sweet Grace Ministries, you can find the link in my description of the video. I would love to have you walk with me in person, but I know so many of you are not close by. So anyway, friends, have a wonderful week. I do not plan to be live next week because of vacation. So I will be back the following week, and I have a couple lives planned to join you guys. So, all right, have a wonderful week. Love you guys. Stay safe. Bye-bye.